Yoga is the biggest secret to wealth and success. So, people think yoga is just twisting yourself into a noodle. Man, they don't know. I mean, I like when people talk like that. They don't understand the power behind it. There's nothing on this planet, I believe, stronger than yoga. And I'm going to describe and discuss the elements of it in a very simplified manner and accessible that you can utilize for free, right? And dramatically change your life into success and wealth, right? So, those of you like the contents of my videos, please don't forget to press like and subscribe. It's going to greatly help my channel to be able to reach out to more people and help more people as well. And for the small act that you can do, this favor that I'm asking of you, a very big thank you. So for those of you who don't know me, I am hashtag the blind Muslim yogi, more commonly referred to as the man of Oz, because my name is Osman, right? Like the Wizard of Oz. I'm a bioenergy healer on a master level with telepathic healing capabilities, specializing in critical care recovery and terminal illnesses, amongst a host of other physiological, psychological, and even spiritual ailments. You're welcome to connect with me for a free consultation. If you have any concerns, visit my website yogawellness786.com for more contact information, or you want to experience a 10-minute anxiety fix for less than the price of a Starbucks coffee, just $5, delivered to you telepathically anywhere instantly, right? Visit yogawellness786.com. Also remember that I'm also advanced level yoga and meditation teacher, having been practicing this art form for almost 50 years and teaching it totally free for now 46 years. In that period, I've had the great opportunity to study under some amazing masters, but the uniqueness of it was that they were all from different cultures, different schools of thought across the globe, from the Far East, the Middle East, the West, including the scientific communities. And I extracted the essence of everything that I learned, combining them to make my own unique protocols, simpler, faster, easier, quicker, adapting them for the 21st century, basically more time efficient and results oriented. As a result of that, I now have students in over 100 countries. And my favorite protocol is my 5-minute yoga and meditation program, which you must not underestimate. It took decades in the making and is highly powerful. Just 5 minutes a day. You can download it for free by visiting my website yogawellness786.com. And remember, my therapies are all natural based and not a replacement for medical treatment. So yoga meditation is the biggest secret to success and wealth, right? So I attained very high levels of success in my life, in the sense that whenever I set almost impossible goals, what people used to laugh at my goal, that this is the most stupid, this is impossible, right? So when I was in junior primary, the teachers used to ask, what do you want to become? I said, I want to become a doctor. And the whole class burst out laughing, because I was in the bottom, probably 1% of the class in terms of academic, performance. And to even admitted into medical university, the competition is so high. Even if you're the best of the best, you're number one in the entire school, you don't even have a hope of being admitted. With every school, the best of their schools is trying to get admitted into medical university. And nobody, guess what? My only thing that I had, my secret weapon was yoga. I used to love yoga, reading about yoga, studying about yoga, and practicing the yoga, bending yourself as a noodle, so to speak. That I didn't do meditation, I didn't do pranayama. No. I learned about it, I tried it, but I was young, right? 10 years old, 7 years old. I'm not into, I'm into like the postures and the exercise. And, also yoga is Tai Chi, martial arts. Doesn't necessarily mean the posture only. Studying a lot, reading widely. This is like Jnana Yoga. It's a type of yoga called Jnana Yoga, or to say Jnana Yoga, right? Acquiring knowledge doesn't only have to be in spirituality. It can be reading fiction. I used to love reading like Susan Howard's, Thomas Hardy, Charles Dickens, oh my God, his description of just a door handle can go pages and pages. You know, he was a master. You know, some of the classics and also the contemporary Jeffrey Archer, amazing stories he writes, right? And also in spirituality, reading the book, you know, like on the deathless body, you can download it for free, right? From you can search it in Google, Arut Peranjodi and the Deathless Body. It's in 2 volumes, written by T.R. Tulasiram. Right? Search for it. Amazing study. I've been working on my protocols towards finding a simplified method to try to find how to achieve the deathless body in a simple way, you know, a simple protocol. And I believe I've got it now, you know, and of course I have to prove it in myself, right? The first thing is I have to reverse my eye loss, reverse my optical nerve damage, which medical science says is impossible to reverse, right? So I believe I'm able to, I found the way, right? The protocol. So the physical postures I've done and I attained Samadhi experience by the age of 19. And then the people said, how come I'm having and I never had a guru or initiation or anything, right, spiritually. And all I did was the yoga postures. So one said, how come I got this experience? I was not initiated. I said, no, I used to practice yoga, right? And martial arts, right? And reading and studying, right? And so forth, right? And physical fitness, right? I used to do like strength training as well as jogging, you know, cardiovascular training and stretching, yoga and martial arts, right? And I used to love playing tennis, right? So these were things that bringing coordination of mind so that you become more focused in, you got the goal and you work towards it. So I didn't magically become more and more intelligent. I studied very hard because I knew what my goal was, that I'm not going to get there naturally. I'm going to get there by sheer hard work. So I worked hard, put shoulder to the wheel from junior primary, and every year I increased my grade incrementally. By the time I was in junior high, I was in the top 10 or top 5, you know, of the school, right, in academic performance. And of course got admitted into medical, not only admitted into medical university, got awarded a prestigious scholarship as well, right? And I believed that this was not my field. I was 3 years into it. I didn't like, from actually year one, I felt this was not it. I wanted to leave it. And even my colleagues, they said, when I wanted to leave medical, they came and had a talk with me. Don't leave, you're going to be a doctor, you're set for life, you can get any woman you want, you can get the lifestyle you want, and the car and the house you want, and the status, you're going to get, and the money. I said, if I'm doing so well, and I used to do very well in my examinations and so forth, right? People used to struggle to pass the paper, and I'm getting distinctions, right, very easily. People used to study every day, right? And I used to beat them. They used to get like 60%, I'm getting like, 100%, right? Leaving them miles away. And even recently, I did a few years ago some board examinations, in my country, and I got the highest in the country, right? I still got it, right? So don't underestimate bending yourself in a pretzel. They're very easy postures. Go to my website, download the 5-minute yoga and meditation program to start with. I think I'm going to put a link to, some of I've got the 7 most popular yoga postures. I'm going to just add the download link, to my website. It is available. If you connect with me, I normally don't want to just put things there in my website. I want to communicate with people and, talk to them as well and, give them the link. But I think this time I'll just put it, in my website for you to download for free, right? The 7 most, this thing. And the reason is I don't have too many free things and so forth in my website. Downloading, and people get lost. You must appreciate, what it is as well. So I've never charged for yoga or meditation, so you're not going to be paying for it, right? But if you're serious about it, you can learn all these things and change your life. What it does is balances your energies. Not only you have 114 energy centers that I know of in your as a construct, as a human, right? Not just 7 chakras. It's 114 in total, 112 within your body and 2 above your body, right? It balances those energies. There's also the different air passages that makes things efficient for metabolism to occur and for your heart to beat, because there's air blockages and so forth. It helps to balance these airways, and they call them and subtle energies as well. the subtle pranas, the apana vayu, the samana vayu, the prana vayu, the udana vayu, and the vyana vayu, right? I just remember them like a picture where they are, right? And when you're doing the actual physical posture, when I'm in Paschimottanasana, the head to knee with their legs out and I'm bringing my forehead, to touch my knee, right? Simply, I don't know if you can see me, in the video, right? Anyway, I've got the video and all the posture. I mean, I've got it in a 5-minute free yoga and meditation program. You can download for free, yogawellness786.com, right? And download it for free. I'm doing it there, right? So, and he's showing you how to do it. I feel because I'm advanced in yoga, right? I can hear and sense the surge of energy from the Kundalini. I can hear like a massive tornado in my ears, how it's pushing the energy and spreading it throughout the body. It balances your energy that is not trapped only in one place. It balances so the energy gets spread out throughout your body so that you have a healthier body. I don't have any arthritis pain. I'm 57 years old. I can walk up and down the staircase. I can walk any day. I got very huge endurance level. I can beat almost any regular person in plank, right? I was a 19-year-old guy a few years ago in Dubai. And he was working out daily with supplements and everything. And I was that time still, I think 52 or something years old, right? 51 or 5 years ago. And in plank I beat him. He couldn't believe it. He's strong, fit, working out daily with heavy weights. I can't even dream of lifting those weights, right? And I beat him. And normally when I'm doing my body workouts, right, I do crunches. I do 5,000 crunches, 1,000 squats, and 500 push-ups, doing 5 different types. So 200 to 100 of the push-ups in sets of 20, 20, 20, right? The diamond push-up, the normal push-up, the wide arm push-up, the pike push-up, and the shorties, right? And then the crunches, I do 5 sets of crunch, 5 different types of crunches. The normal standard crunch, the alternate crunch, bring your elbow to your alternate knees. The side crunches, right? Doing it sideways. The leg lifts, right? And the reverse crunch, going in your stomach and lifting your torso up, right? Only your stomach is touching the floor. You're lifting your legs and your upper body up. That's called the reverse crunch. So I do 200, 200, 200, of each one. And that's one set. And I do 5 sets of that. And people said, one guy was struggling with the 50 leg lifts once. I said, why are you struggling? And he looks like he is very strong. He looks muscular. And he's someone who loves working out on a daily basis. And he was struggling to do 50. I said, you're struggling to 50. I do 200 easy. He said, do it. I want to see it. And I started to, when I was reaching 150, he said, okay, stop. I said, no, I do, because I'm doing it regularly, right? So all these things, balances these energies. When your energies are balanced and your mind become balanced, you become more focused and your efforts become more targeted. Yes, I didn't become rich overnight and so forth, right? When I reached some, I don't like to talk about the levels, but I achieved the levels of success that was beyond what I could ever imagine was possible for me, right? Let's put it that way, right? And so everyone got their dreams, means you're going to go beyond your dreams, right? Why? Because your mind is more focused. To attain medical school, I took 12 years of hard work, right? 12 years journey, right? And to find my correct path to earn, I had to go 3 years of medical school and 5 years of law school and law practice, right? 8 years before I found my niche, that I want to be an entrepreneur. And when I finally found my pathway, my calling, the direction I want to follow, and I'm now 30 years in as an entrepreneur, right? So when I found that, it took me 6 years of struggle. I was delivering pizzas to just make petrol money, going door to door selling toys and just to make food money and this thing, right? For 6 years of struggle, earning less than a secretary or the lowest paid, the cleaner or the janitor in a building, less than the lowest paid person for 6 years of my life, and going through so much but I didn't lose sight of my goal, and I kept it, maintained it, and continued and achieved the success where I have had my dream home. I bought my dream cars. I was driving 5 luxury cars, right? One each day. I just wanted to achieve that. That I want to drive a different luxury car on a different day. I did that. I owned the watches that I wanted, the dream watches that I wanted to own. I lived in Dubai, owned the things that I, could only and have the dream lifestyle and had, dream relationships, right? People jaw dropping, how beautiful some of the women, that were in my life, right? Um, and still I'm very successful, right? I mean, my status, my bank, you get status, your financial status, is what's your balance sheet, right? And what's your this thing? I can't. It's so good. I can't even discuss it, right? So, and also in terms of my inner peace, I connect. I feel my inner peace. This is the big success. Being able to not only get, let's say money doesn't, give you everything, right? So I'm now doing my startup again, right? I'm struggling from cash flow perspective, but I'm okay. I've got everything. I'm having the type of lifestyle that even billionaires, not that I'm not a billionaire, can't achieve, achieve or attain, right? And I'm experiencing amazing lifestyle, amazing health, amazing, access to some of them. Last year before last, now it's 2026. In 2024, I had 25 marriage proposals. These women were normally, most of them were under the age of 30, to around 25 years old, 20 to 30 years old. Yeah, right? Most of them. Of course, I mean, I didn't accept. But it's so, people say it's so hard to find your soulmate, so hard to find someone that, to marry and who's going to accept you and who's going to be someone that you're going to live the rest of your life with. Dream woman, propose marriage to me as a man. What's there? And at that time, you must know I'm old, my 50s. I'm poor, broke, right? Assets, I was earning well, right? But didn't look wealthy, right? If you saw me, even you see me now, I don't look like I'm wealthy. Even Grok was saying, you don't sound like, you got all these assets and you attained all these type of successes. I said, I take objective. Are you discriminating that I'm incapable of, wealth? And is there a certain way, someone, so you're insulting me that I'm not. He said, no, I didn't mean it that way. The way you talk, it doesn't seem like you're not like high and mighty and talking in a way, this thing. So I'll give you an example. I used to buy properties and sell, and I used to visit a bank, to buy from the banks. The bank repossessed properties. And this was a guy that was a friend of mine that he knew. And one day he said, okay, let me walk you to your car, right? Because I'm talking like I'm talking now, naturally, very friendly. And I'm always dressed very simple as well, right? Not very fancy and all that, right? So he walked me to a car. He saw my car that I was driving. It was the latest bespoke Mercedes, right? With all the bells and whistles. I had there, something, I don't even talk about the things that I had installed in it. Because, anyway, I've got my reasons for this. But the price of it even more expensive than most people's homes, right? Just the car. He said, oh my God, you drive this. I said, no, I worked very hard, right, to attain this, right? I worked very hard and so forth. So, financial success, relationship success, and, I married women that were the dream wives, right? Every woman that I felt is like a dream woman that people cannot even dream of getting. They perish the dream. Perish the thought. They say it's not possible. On the level, there was one friend of mine in Dubai, and when he met, my wife at the time, he said, Osman, how can you marry a woman like that? She's so beautiful, I'll die of jealousy. She can go anytime she wants to, no problem. If she wants to, this thing, I'm not holding her, trapping her, in this thing. I'm not feeling a low self-esteem. And anyone that I was in a relationship, if they want, I say, if you go out the door, don't come back, And when people, there were a few people I had a soft spot for certain reasons, right? If there were children involved that I, was willing to reconsider, but normally I will not take back, someone. So yoga, meditation. So the protocols, the main is the yoga first, main, right? Yes, I do mindfulness practice and I advocate it, simple form of meditation daily. It's very helpful, but not easy for people to practice daily. Pranayama, you can go to my YouTube channel, right? The Blind Muslim Yogi, and see under my playlist, the favorites. I teach how to do the Kriya and Pranayama to exponentially, increase your levels, in a proven way, my own unique protocol, right? That's proven. Uh, it's not uncommon for my students who engage my healing services, because I also have a energy healing service, right? That I do my own protocol, my own type of chakra blocking. When they do that, it's not uncommon for them to attain the out of body experience within 1 to 2 days. Not across the board, but it's not uncommon, right? So very powerful methods, that I'm teaching, in the breath work, in the Kriya practice, in mantra, incantations, in prayer, daily prayer. You don't have to become any religion, do incantations, affirmations, right? Positive affirmations. You don't have to believe in the law of attraction and so forth. Positive mindset, have your goals, keep your eye on your goal, and do success seminars and success training and follow a system. That's your mantra. Your system is your mantra, right? Your daily tasks, your goals are in writing, that this is what I'm going to attain, and then otherwise you're going to forget it. If you haven't got it in writing and written there, this is what I need to attain. How are you going to know what trying to achieve and what you need to do daily towards that goal, right? So yoga meditation helps your mind to become more focused, your energy to become more balanced, and to be self-employed is one of the most stressful things you can ever do. And if I didn't have yoga, I would have died of a heart attack long ago. Already I had 3 major heart attacks when I was around 38 years old. And because of my yoga protocols and fitness protocols and nutrition, and mindfulness practice, combination of everything and a positive mindset, I turned everything around, right? I was overweight. I was 104 kgs with a 46-inch waist. Within 6 months, I dropped down to a size 34-inch waist, and I lost, I think, about 25 kgs, right? Within 6 months period, right? By putting my mind and discipline, and I kept it off. I actually not just kept it off, went down. I lost even further, now around 75 kgs with a 30-inch waist now, right? 57. So, although I was 46-inch waist, and I reached 34 inches by the age of 38. At the age 57, my waist size is, I don't have a pot belly, right? And still strong. I mean, I'm doing 5,000 crunches, 1,000 squats, and 500 push-ups, right? Three times a week, every alternative day, not 3 times, right? Because there's 7 days in the week. So sometimes it's 4 times and sometimes it's 3 times. Alternate with yoga, right? Physical yoga postures. And yes, breath work is going to exponentially improve it. Meditation going to help you, your nutrition. But the simplest thing is your yoga practice. Add it as a stretching sequence. 5 minutes. Download the 5-minute yoga and meditation program free, right, from our website yogawellness786.com, and see the power of how it helps your mind to become more. Because your real power is your mind, your brain, your intelligence. Because if you have this, the wisdom, you can find the solution how to get to what you want to get, and train yourself in communication skills. I wasn't naturally able to build good relationships with people. I was very reserved. When I was about 18 years old, my mother was mentioning to one of her friends, she was so worried about my son because he's so reserved. How he's going to survive in the world? Because he doesn't like talking, and he's very silent and reserved. They said, no, when he goes to university, he'll become extrovert. And it wasn't just going to university. I studied these things, books on communication, kept increasing my knowledge. One of the very powerful books is How to Stop Worrying and Start Living by Dale Carnegie, and How to Win Friends and Influence People. There are plenty sales training courses and so forth, communication skills, and to be able to close deals. I closed multi-billion dollar deals, I've closed on that level. When people, you say, okay, if I close a multi-million dollar deal, right? When I was closing multi-million dollar deal, I was never selfish. I said, no, I will work with other agents, but they get so nervous, the palms and all get wet. They crippled, or they collapse, or they sabotage the deal. You know, they become nervous and they go crazy. And the deal takes time, and we lose the deal and that's why I didn't include. I felt I shouldn't include agents, and I felt bad not to do it. But whenever I included other people, they were the problem. They were the source of problem and source of all my negatives that I don't want to repeat in my life, right? And so forth, because the people get greedy for money. Certain things are non-refundable. They want to open criminal charges and this thing, and then of course I got the paperwork and so forth, right? I'm doing everything legitimately, and then they want to steal your commission, right? I promise you, you need that mind to be able to handle the higher levels. You earn more because you're able to function on a more efficient level that regular people are unable to do that. I'm blind, and I'm creating these videos, and my plan is to do 10,000 now. My plan is to do 10,000 videos in the next 4 years, following the lead or the mentor or the example of Donald Trump. I know most of you hate him, but he said just before he could step into this current term of office, right? I think in 2025 he stepped into that new term. He said in his 4 years, he's already got his 10,000 meetings planned and already scheduled, right? His 10,000 meetings. I said he can do 10,000 meetings already scheduled as a president. You have to travel to I don't know how many places. I just have to sit in front of my camera and create and spill all the knowledge that I have for the benefit, of people. This is easy because the more I have, why I want to do 10,000? I don't want to be the highest income earner and all that here. I'm teaching, for crying out loud, I'm teaching yoga, for free for 46 years. I would have made charge money decades ago, right? So it's not to become, monetize my channel and all that. I make good money in energy healing, right? I specialize in critical care recovery and terminal illness. I don't have to sit here creating, YouTube videos, but because I want to spread the knowledge for free, these protocols, that people can become more successful in their relationships, in their health, in finances, achieve all the goals that they want to achieve, right? So hope that information helps you, and take care of yourself. Remember, if you have any concerns, physiological, psychological, or even spiritual ailments, and want to consider, energy healing, contact me for a free consultation, or make use of my 10-minute anxiety fix for less than the price of a Starbucks coffee, for just $5 delivered to you telepathically anywhere where you are, right? Visit my website, yogawellness786.com, for more information, contact information, and more about what I do and testimonials and so forth, right? So hope all this information helps you. Wish you all the success in your life, and hope that you have the patience and endurance and take on something that's going to be your best friend in your life, that's going to see you. People left me, friends left me, but this never left me. Yoga is with me from my age of 7 or 8, right? I was passionate about it to today, same passion. And I attained so many things. I can't believe I attained those things, right? I wish you have this type of success in your lives as well. If anyone asked me if I dropped dead today, from decades ago, I said I enjoyed my life so much, I achieved so much. I go happily to my death decades ago, and now so many times over. I had achieved so much in my life. This is what the secret of yoga and meditation, right? A living example of it, right? So take care of yourself always.